Hello, Calling Up community. I'm Claudia Alick, and today, as by your request, I am giving you an update on how I am doing with the ongoing harassment from white supremacists. In a nutshell, it's the same old, same old. So, I have to admit that many of the folks who've requested this information have framed it in the most problematic of ways. They've leaned in and said, "Ooh, what did you do to make the Nazis so mad?" There's two aspects to these requests for my story. One aspect is people who want a salacious, fun exchange. I am somebody where I've got a lot of great stories to tell. This isn't one of them. It's a dull story. It's a boring story. It's a story of I was getting a bunch of horrible phone calls and text messages every single day, and now it's about once a week, and I don't know when it will ever end, if it will ever end. I've been experiencing this since I grew up. It's also framed as if it's something I should take responsibility for. Like, what did I do? What was the special individual action I did that incurred the wrath of the white supremacist? Not, why are the white supremacists hurting and harming all of us? Because I'm not special. They're doing this to a lot of us. Their doxing list, it's a very, very long, and I am definitely one of the dullest people to have received their attention. I think about growing up in Montana, and back in the day, they had to silence and terrorize me in real life. It was analog style. So they would have to throw a beer can at me out of their car window or yell a racial hate epithet out of their car window as they were zooming by. It's the same thing of wanting to terrorize someone and make sure that they are afraid to just live their life and be a part of American culture, making sure that they understand that white male dominant systems must always be dominated by white men, and just your physical presence endangers that system, and they have to make sure that you are terrorized and afraid and silent. So they would do that to me by yelling something from a car window, but they don't want to be held accountable by the greater society, so they do it as a drive-by. But I've also had the experience of dangerous white men very quietly saying hateful, horrible stuff to me in person, in public space. Just to really nail down the idea, to nail in, confirm the idea that I, as a black woman, have less safety in public space than a white man. I, as a black woman, am always going to be in danger, and also that the systems of accountability will not stop that white men from harming me. So that happened in real life growing up in Montana, right? Folks leaving hateful messages on the doorstep, all of that kind of stuff. And then I think about, how many horrifying hate messages have I just gotten via email, like that's happened. And then, of course, I think about how many death threats have I gotten just in like social media comments? Like that's totally happened. And actually, now that I think about it, how much hate speech has just been dropped in my DMs? Oh, right. None of this is new. It's incredibly dull. And also, none of this is my fault or preventable by me behaving in different ways. Like, that's respectability politics, and I don't need that. But also, I'm not special. The white supremacists are doing this to loads of us. So to my colleagues who would love to hear my story, who would like to update 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, here's the story. I don't think that there's any change to this particular story. The story is what it is. If you fight racial injustice, people who want to maintain systems of racial injustice will target and harass you. So what can you do to help me specifically? Be explicit and public in your anti-racist values. Be explicit and public and invest in dismantling systems of white male supremacy that are harming all of us. And also, I guess, Like and subscribe to this video.